Starting to get there. It's Sunday night and I'm hanging out in the knife shop, finishing up a few projects. This video is primarily going to be for Supafly Fat Guy 859, but if you like knife design or you like anything working with your hands, you might want to stick around for this video. But anyway, this video is primarily for him. If you don't know who he is, he does a lot of funny YouTube videos. He's into knives, gear, preparedness, starting to get into firearms and stuff like that. If you like my channel, you'll probably like his. He does it in a way that'll make you laugh pretty hard, and he's a good time to watch. But anyway, we have this deal worked out where I'm going to make him a knife, and he's going to design the knife. But he's got it narrowed down to one or two designs, and he can't decide between them. And what I'm going to help him do is take those designs off paper and to make them into something tangible he can hold on to. And just kind of show him how to do that. So let me rotate the camera around, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is what I like to do, Supafly. If I ever decide I'm going to make a knife, there's two things I keep in mind. The first being the cost of the materials, and the second being time or labor. And as long as I'm lowering one or the other, or both, I'm saving money in the long run. So that's what I like to do. I like to take something off a piece of paper and make it tangible, and work with it before I go to my final materials. It's kind of like measuring twice and cutting once. So I like to grab something like balsa wood. For those of you that don't know what balsa wood is, it's like a craft wood. It's a very soft wood. I can break it in my hand very easily. I mean, just by popping it over, it'll crack. I can cut it out with scissors. I can cut it out with a razor blade or knife and get pretty exact lines on what I'm trying to do. I can use it to cut out 3D models of my next design. So like this knife right here is going to be one of my next knives. I can make a grind all the way down. You know, I can glue on scales, and you don't need any special glue. You can use wood glue, craft glue, super glue, and just kind of sand around it if you want to get that feeling in your hand. So I know if this rendition is going to work. If my fingers can fit in here comfortably, like this, it's going to work when it's cut out of metal and with a regular handle. The only thing you can't get from this type of model is the feeling of weight. Everything else is going to be pretty great. So I like to take something like this balsa wood and make something. So we're going to do that here soon. Or like I was saying before, you can use plastic or cardboard or whatever. Like this is just a pattern cut out of some plastic. So I know it's going to work for my design, because I can see it and I can feel it. So just to show you, I'm going to take this piece of balsa wood, and we are going to make a little knife design just out of balsa wood. Something quick and cheap. I know this is going to be the size of my piece, so I'm going to go ahead and trace this out, because I'm going to make something out of this O1 steel later on, and I might make it out of this. So I'll just trace around here. Now I know how much I have for space, and I'll make my knife design out of there. So let me think here. I know you said you like drop points. I like drop points. So I'm going to randomly make a little bit of drop point here. In fact, let me turn this around. Make it a little easier, because I want a smaller handle. So let me go ahead, and I'm going to make a little bit of a drop point. And then I'll bring it around here, kind of get the feel of where my handle is going to be. I kind of like a, pretty contoured handle. I like a finger choil. So let me go ahead and make that. I know you do too. And the great part about this whole thing is this permanent marker. You can always mess up on the balsa wood and cut it a little thicker or a little less when you're doing your final design. So I've got that here. Now let me add some belly to this. And there's a knife design. So let me go ahead and cut this out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I mean, you can use something like tin snips. And I can go ahead and cut around here. See how easy that breaks? You can bring it down the line. Set that aside. I got another piece. And I'll do the same thing for here. Got that piece. And we'll do it over here too. Very easy to work with. Or if I don't want to use my tin snips, and grab my knife like this Benchmade, and I could just kind of press it in, push and cut around what I'm trying to cut off, just like that, to kind of get a feeling of what my knife's going to feel like. So let me finish this real quick for you guys. Another great thing about this when I go to make a knife is it gives me a plan. It's like a set of blueprints for what you're trying to achieve. It's not all winging it. When you're making something to last you the rest of your life, winging it doesn't always work. So keep that in mind. So let me go ahead and cut around here again. Get that piece cut off. Okay, now we've got a rough cut here. I'm going to go ahead and sand this down. You can use a Leatherman file, you can use something abrasive. You can just use your knife and whittle it if you want to, just to get it more exact. Like some people like to sit here and, you know, just shave off the edges to make it feel a little better. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll get right back to the video. And here it is. I just sanded it a little bit. Nothing special, didn't put too much effort into it. But it gives me a feel of the knife. I can tell if that finger choil is going to fit me. I can tell my hand can wrap around it well. I can tell that if I cut this out of metal, it's going to feel good, or if it's not. And I can adjust it from wherever. Now if I finally decide I don't like this design at all, that balsa wood's so cheap I can make another one, or another one, and keep going until I get it right. So I suggest you do that, Supafly. And when you're done with that, we can take a piece of this metal and we can set it on our pattern, and we can cut something out of there, which I will do sometime soon. Anyway guys, rate, comment, subscribe. Check out Supafly Fat Guy. This is just a quick video, and I'll talk to you guys later.